Hello everyone, and welcome to this off-the-cuff video series, where today I want to talk about transformation in a very simple manner. Transformation is literally the purpose of life. There is no other purpose. There is a goal, and we've talked about that in the story of the cosmic drama. But where it comes to our purpose, which is our individual and personal transformation, we need to come to recognize that that transformation is in two parts. The first part that occurs on the horizontal is readiness. And the readiness is for the transformation itself, which is the other side of the coin, and that's vertical. I've been listening to a lot of self-help teachers on Gaia TV. Many of the teachers are supplying things that are really very valuable in this regard. I highly recommend spending more time looking at these kinds of videos, which are also on YouTube and etc., instead of television, so that you can, as many of the teachers will say, experience the very purpose of life, the very reason for our being here. But what I have not heard one of them say yet is, as they describe this healing of mind and heart, and they refer to it as our purpose for being here, they do not end the sentence with comma on the horizontal. So yes, we want to open the heart and clear the mind, because that is the readiness to experience the transformation. Through true forgiveness and compassion, we're literally being made ready to look upon what we all swore for all time we would never look upon. It's directly connected to the fall from grace, which is a real cosmic event. I mean, here we are. We're in the third dimension, in a manifest world, in a manifest universe, experiencing duality and separation from the singularity. Here, where there is immense suffering and ignorance and inadequacy, and the list goes on, those are all elements of the ego and the ego's world, where we find ourselves until our mind undergoes a transformation known as enlightenment. What I'm getting at is, and it is described in the self-help industry, that as we learn to give without the consideration of reciprocity, we discover our heart's desire. And in so doing, we experience an awakening in our being. And that is fundamentally the, you might say, the goal of the horizontal. Then comes enlightenment, which is beyond the awakening. We want the horizontal and the awakening to be the readiness for enlightenment and full enlightenment. And without this knowledge of the relationship between the vertical and the horizontal, the great tendency will be to believe, I have arrived. I am in this wonderful awakened state. My mind is healed, my heart is open, I feel free and joyous, and I love life. Okay? But the idea that that's the place to level off, you see, is a part of what is tragic. So we want the truth that sets us free all the way. The goal, to put it simply, is the reunion with the Father. Your reunion, my reunion with Creator Source, from whence we were separated, as clearly spelled out in the parable of the prodigal son. Now, the difficulty that anyone is confronted with in the attempt to teach the vertical association of the truth that sets us free is very simple. And that is, we have two identities. One of them is the prodigal son. That is not hard. Here we are, humans with bodies and living in duality and separation, where there's suffering and inadequacy in the ego's world. Yeah, it's not hard to say, yeah, I'm the prodigal son, all right. But what seems to be incredibly difficult for most people is to recognize the other identity, which is clearly pointed out in the parable. And that is, before you were the prodigal son, you were the son of the Father. Well, it's just too good to be true. You're telling me that my real identity is Christ I am, one with the Father? Yes, I am. And I offer this in absolute certainty that comes from experience. So then there's all of the evidence to the contrary. Say, oh, you want me to believe that I am on a par, I'm equal to Christ Jesus? Yes, I am. Just as Yogananda yelled out all over America, starting in the 1920s when he got here. There is no difference between you and the one you call Christ Jesus. And he got away with it, except for when he went to the South. But anyway, imagine that what I'm sharing with you is true, that what we call our spirit, Grandma's spirit, his spirit, my spirit, right there, that spirit right there, that is your true identity. And what is housed in that spirit is everything that is holy and divine. Everything, 100%, is in that spirit that is at the very core of your being. So I just want to bring forth this off-the-cuff video that says, hey, there's a vertical association where we find ourselves and where we do the work and where we change our mind, which is the purpose of our transformation. Now, here's a statement that I'll end with that has a great deal to do with true forgiveness and is linked to the story of the cosmic drama. There is nothing in this world, in duality, that is who or what you are. Everything in this experience is only that. The experience of duality. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with identity and purpose, except the purpose is to get free from duality and return to the singularity through the ascension, which is the only way you can return. Because if you will notice, at the end of the parable, Jesus teaches us the Father sees his Son coming home. Well, I'm going to try to let this fly with all of its mistakes and stutters and everything. So, bless your heart. Join that vertical with the horizontal. So you have all the truth that sets you free. I don't care what level of consciousness you're operating on. Thank you. Bye for now.